All right, another fantastic innovation showcase. Thank you so much to Liz, to Kip Compton. Great breakdown on having the right cloud strategy. Multi-cloud is creating so much complexity. IT is facing all of these different challenges and finding that right balance between helping businesses to innovate, but also maintaining control, maintaining compliance. So make sure you hit the cloud area out there in the world of solutions. Learn as much as you can while you are here in Barcelona this week. We're going to shift now to services. We've got a couple of different great videos, beginning with a conversation between Rob Boyd and Brian Palma talking about Cisco's business critical services. Then we are going to move to a different customer interview that we did with Phil Wolfenden. I hope you like these two videos, and I will see you on the backside of both. Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome. We are in the services booth, and it is my pleasure to have Brian Palma, SVP of Advanced Services. You guys have had a lot of traffic over here, yeah?
We have, great booth. We're down here at the end. Big services real estate this time. We're pretty excited about that, Rob.
Yeah.
We've got all our capabilities displayed here. So we've got our advisory, we've got our implementation. You can see some of that back there. We've got our managed services, as well as our technical support services. We've got our learning at Cisco here joining us as well. I think you can see business critical insights. We're going to head over there in a little bit to talk to you about that. High value services right here. And a little bit there in the back, you can see security services, a hot topic for everybody. So make sure you come on down and see us, Rob. Get some people out here for us.
One thing I really respect that you guys do is that you've got games, you've got ways to kind of get some concepts across, because I think that's I think it's a big challenge as Cisco moves more to services. It's how do you begin to visualize and make concrete some of the things that are happening, because inevitably we're always staring at screens, so it becomes important to what's on the screen at the very least. So you've got demonstrations of actually how customers will interact with your services, as I understand it?
We do, yeah, and we've got games, as you mentioned, which are always cool. Everybody likes to come out and see the games, so
actually competitive, no less. I heard people are kind of ranking each other, and they come back and they check in. And
we got long lines for the game, so make sure you come out here ahead of time and get in line. But it'll be a lot of fun. I think we're going to take a walk over now, right? To Business Critical Insights.
I'll let you take care of it. You've got a demo engineer there?
Sounds great. We'll do it.
Thank you.
All right. Hi, I'm here with Altaf Karim from Advanced Services, who is the father of Business Critical Insights. Altaf, great to see you.
Likewise.
My first question, we've got Business Critical Insights behind us here. Tell me a little bit about what's the value to the customer?
Yeah, sure. So when you think about business critical insights, there's a couple of value propositions that can be summed up in two key areas. First and foremost is that business critical insights gives you access to this handy dandy analytics dashboard, and it provides you a ton of key actionable insights. But because this offers from Advanced Services, the key ingredient here is that it also pairs access with the dashboard with an AS subject matter expert who contextualize and interprets what these analytics means to a given customer's network by meeting with a customer on a regular basis and discussing findings. Another key value proposition here is that these analytics, the install base behind how we generate them, is spanning hundreds of customer networks across the globe and millions of Cisco devices. So what that means in practical terms is that the analytics here is spanning across data, and we're able to identify trends and anomalies and outliers and patterns spanning across hundreds of networks across the globe, but then uniquely contextualizing what that means in terms of actionable insights to a customer-specific network, again, leveraging that AS subject matter expert who provides personalized recommendations and insights in the context of this offer.
Wow, that's impressive. Now, one of the things I know is we call this the Good Morning Dashboard. So what does a customer see when they log in first thing in the morning to that Good Morning Dashboard?
Yeah, sure. So when a customer logs in to Business Critical Insights, they get access to this Good Morning Dashboard screen, which is on the screen here. Now, the premise and use case behind the Good Morning Dashboard is that it's really a landing page, a home screen, if you will, for that network operator to browse through when they're having their morning cup of coffee. It's really a summary page that highlights network events, changes that have occurred over the last 24 hours that someone should pay attention to. So for example, if you look at this browser here, one of the things that's included on the Good Morning Dashboard in the left-hand corner is a number of unique connected devices currently on the network. And of course, if that number has changed, gone up or down over the last 24 hours, because certainly if that's changed, the network operator is going to want to know about something like that. Another interesting thing here is the number of crashes or the number of reloads over the last few days. And so, for example, if I want to find out which 44 devices reloaded over the last 90 days, I could instantly click here and it would show me a list of the device names, the IP addresses, the product family, why did it reload, as well as the software version.
It's a great level of detail.
Yeah, and you can actually dive in a lot deeper to get a really more granular. And then if you scroll down a little bit further on the Good Morning dashboard, it's going to provide you information about the top most interesting syslogs that may be occurring across the network that someone should pay attention to. You'll have information such as the top 10 hosts that are sending the most amount of syslogs, the top syslogs that are occurring across the network, as well as some interesting information about patterns and trends that may be occurring across your network in terms of syslogs.
So that's great. So, I mean, the dashboard's awesome, but how do we have so many experts across advanced services? They're constantly making recommendations. How do we get those recommendations across to the customer?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Brian. So when you think about analytics and making them relevant, if you unpack that question a little bit, there's a couple of parts to it. One is, how do you know what type of data to actually consume? And what in that data is actually relevant such that in some meaningful way we can make a connection to the customer's desired business outcomes or goals, right? If you simply start from the mountain of data and try to sift through it, you're probably undertaking an exercise that's quite lengthy, it's probably cumbersome, and probably relies on some degree of luck to find that needle in the haystack. But this is where the advanced services expert comes in. Working with a customer, working backwards from the desired business outcomes and goals, he uses and leverages this analytics platform, applies his domain expertise, and then creates customized metrics and KPI, and therefore is able to provide preemptive and proactive personalized recommendations back to the customer.
That's great. You just said a key word, preemptive. It's one of the things I talk about a lot with our platform. Could you show us an example of how we could take a preemptive action?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And you actually remind me of an interesting experience I had yesterday on the show floor. I ran into a customer who was telling me about an experience where a user of his inadvertently plugged in the second port on his IP phone into the outlet on the wall, and it caused a network outage on that LAN segment. And that got me to thinking, it's a great example of showing how this business critical insights dashboard, if he had it, could have instantiated some set of preemptive measures that possibly could have avoided that outage. So if you scroll here to the KPI dashboard, what I'm showing here, it has a number of metrics and KPI that are important to monitor. And a key piece of context to know here is that everything you see in this dashboard here, as well as other parts of business critical insights, is leveraging intellectual capital and rules that the AS team has really developed over the span of very many years in optimizing and designing customer networks. And so what you see here in particular is something called configuration practices exceptions. And so what this means is that in AS, we have thousands of rules which are deemed to be best practices, right? And so in particular, keeping with our example, in this demo environment, in the topic of LAN switching, there happen to be 56 exceptions to best practices. So someone like a network operator should take a look along with their AS engineers to find out why those exceptions exist. So keeping with our example, for our customer, if you log into the LAN switching exceptions, you'll notice that there's a unique feature called BPDU guard that is not enabled and wasn't enabled for our customer. It's a misconfiguration. So if the customer had business critical insights, this best practice exception would have been noted, and they would have worked with their AS engineer to find out and take preemptive measures to figure out what steps could have been taken to mitigate the risks exposed by exposing this misconfiguration.
That's great. I love that. I love when we can take preemptive action. So listen, we're down here at the World of Solutions at the Cisco Services booth. Make sure you get down and stop by. Altaf and I had a great time today, and I'm sure you will too. Thanks so much.
Brian Crossland from our solutions specialist organization. I'm here playing Cisco Solution Support Kingpin. What's the game about, Brian?
Right, so this year, Technical Services released our new high-value services, and what this game intends to demonstrate is Cisco Solution Support. Essentially, Cisco Solution Support no longer only covers your Cisco hardware and software, but Cisco Solution Support also covers third-party vendors that may be a part of your solution. That could either be VMware, Red Hat, Microsoft, etc. Okay? And the value here is, well, you have a single point of contact for your solution support and your solution. And if there are any issues, you come to Cisco and you open one case up.
Okay, so the customer isn't left in the middle, hands it on to Cisco, we take care of the problem.
Right, in the traditional model, the customer would have to call multiple different vendors. Excuse me, VMware, excuse me, Red Hat. That's just a long process, it takes up time and management. With Cisco Solution Support, we become your primary point of contact. You open up one ticket. If there's an issue in that solution with some of those other products, those other vendors, our Cisco engineers will open those cases and work with the other companies to make sure that we get your solution up and running again.
Cool, so sounds nice, but here's the critical question. Do we solve the problem faster?
Absolutely. So with solution support, we solve problems 43% faster than with traditional SmartNet Total Care. So this means that a customer has an important solution, they have one single point of contact, and they're getting their cases closed faster.
That sounds amazing. So, as I understand it, solution support is just one part of our new high-value services portfolio. What else do we know?
That's right. So along with Cisco Solution Support, we've also released our software support, enhanced and premium, okay? And this focuses, or intends to focus on helping with customer adoption and utilization of our software, okay? And we also have TS Advantage. And TS Advantage is our network level service, right? Where we want to make sure that customers' network is managed properly, optimized, okay, by providing them benchmarking, KPIs, etc. And that rounds out our high value services. Solution support, software support, and TS Advantage.
Fantastic, thank you, Brian. So there you have it, a new range of high value services delivered by Cisco Services. If you want to know more, come visit our booth down here in the World of Solutions. So I've got to hot-foot it now back to the studio. See you soon.
This is the world today. We're riding a wave of technology that's changing everything. From how we communicate and share, to how we bank, educate ourselves, see a doctor, grow food, share culture, and otherwise live our lives. And it's only getting faster. Keeping up takes more than the newest hardware and software. It takes people. People with the expertise that comes from helping tens of thousands of companies worldwide adapt, transform, and grow. Experts at using innovation, analytics, and automation to deliver predictive services that solve problems before they impact your business, to help you seize every opportunity. It takes Cisco Services, a hidden force behind over 80% of the world's largest companies, as well as organizations with big ambitions. We foster innovation and deliver excellence. We are expert advisors, simplifiers, implementers, optimizers, and managers. Security, networking, data center, multi-cloud, unified communications, and IoT. We are here with you. No matter where you are around the globe, we are ready to help you do the one thing most essential to your success: to accelerate. Cisco Services. Accelerate.
Phil, I'm so glad you could run over here for the in-studio interview. Yes, you must be tired. And you've brought Yelena, one of your technical leads in technical services. So I'm actually just going to pass it to you guys so you can have a conversation about the evolution of tech, basically.
Great,
Thank
you.
All right, thank you. So Phil, you have been within technical services for 20 years now. So how have you seen that the organization has changed over the years?
Sure, and clearly I was a very small child when I started 20 years ago. So many things have changed, you know, the technology, the mix between hardware and software, the amount of data and analytics we use now, rather than what's in engineers' brains. But you know, a lot of things haven't changed. Customers' requirements, customers needing to get real outcomes from Cisco solutions, all of those things haven't changed at all.
Oh, absolutely, agreed. And what about the role of technical engineers within tech? How have you seen that change?
A lot, but you know, as one of the technical leaders in the organization, I'll turn it right around. So how has your job changed?
Wow, I must say that the past years have been quite a challenging period. We've been through a lot of changes within the organization itself and how we approach support talk to our customers. And one of the things that sticks out, I think, would be looking into software world and supporting software-based solutions, because they bring with themselves quite a bit of customizations, and supporting these customizations sometimes can be a challenge for our even the most skillful people.
Right, and things must change so quickly. How do you keep your skills up to date?
Oh, well, learning every day. It's a challenge every day, and every new service request that we get is a new opportunity for improving your skills. But I have to say that it's been a personal challenge for me to switch to a new technology a year and a half ago, being established expert in one area and suddenly have to be completely starting over in a new one. And that's what introduction of Network Services Orchestrator to our organization brought with it. I was asked by my team to set up a new team of engineers to lead Network Services Orchestrator support, and that brought an upgrade on my skills. I am kind of coming from more traditional routing and switching world expertise, and then suddenly I had this new technology which was bringing Java and Python coding, different APIs, application world, and then on top of that there was netconf and Yang as abstraction models, so it's really a brand new world.
Wow, exciting. And how do the tools that we've developed play a part in your day-to-day job?
Yeah, what we are really looking for in TAC right now is to be more proactive than being reactive before. We really want to go ahead and prevent problems from happening. We want to be their advisor, that advisor for our customers. And we have built quite a lot of already famous tools, like machine learning, using machine learning, Twin, Cognitive, and it's been there with us every day. It helps us solve some of the operational challenges much faster, so that we can really focus on what matters for our customers. And our mantra basically is that no customer should ever be affected by anything that we know of or that we could predict.
Great. So what advice would you give to talent out there who think they might have a career in services?
Well, what we really know is that this is an age of big data, and everybody, including our customers and including Cisco, is struggling with making sure that that data is used properly. They're used to meet the business outcomes and business goals of the enterprise and our customers and partners, of course. And what we are trying to do is to ensure that they have that competitive advantage with the tools that we have built in, and what we also want to ensure is that TAC is Cisco's own competitive advantage.
Okay, got it. So to sum up, if you're talented, you love technology, and you love customers, come to services.
Definitely, that's the home of superheroes.
I think you summed it up perfectly there, Phil, and I just want to personally thank you as a former customer and channel partner for probably all the times I've talked to you guys and your teams, and
we
you've
remember
helped
you.
me. Yes, thank you. And thank you so much for the interview too. Everyone loves to hear more about technical services. You guys are a huge help. Go see technical services here at Cisco Live. If you don't get the chance, I'm sure you probably have the number memorized anyway at home. Thanks for watching.